Hey, today we will talk about functions in JavaScript. Functions in JavaScript is really important because it can take different avatar. In other programming language, functions are used to group computation and start reusing that function to achieve something. But in JavaScript, it's not just grouping computations. Using function, we can do a lot more thing in JavaScript. The power of JavaScript lies inside functions. Functions can be used in JavaScript to group computations, or a function can be used as an object, or functions can be used to achieve object-oriented programming concepts in JavaScript. So it can take different avatar, and based on the name we can pick and use accordingly. So first we'll talk about the basics of functions in this video. How to define a function? To define a function, there is something called keyword function followed by the function name and the body. I printed something. This is a simple function in JavaScript. To call a function, we just need to use a method. Let's see what it prints. I printed something. Cool. So as I told earlier, functions are objects in JavaScript. That means it should have something called this pointer. Let's print that. Okay. This pointer is nothing but a window. So in JavaScript, window is the root object. So we call a method print message from window context. This is the global context, so we call window context. So this function takes window object and start calling it, because this the function, the object for the print message is handled by window object. So that's where like it resides inside the window. So that we get this pointer. So what are the other way we can call this function? There are two other ways, using a method called call or apply. These two methods are present in object in JavaScript. So whatever object we create, play around, okay, it inherited from a constructor called object. So it's a kind of function, and which is kind of behaving as base object, base class for all the objects in JavaScript. Like in Java, it's an object, and in iOS development, it's NS object, something like that. So by using these two methods, we can call the print message. Print message dot call. As I told, it takes this pointer. If you are using a call method, we have to explicitly say this pointer. So when you say this pointer here, it refers window object. Okay, we are passing window object to the print message and arguments. We don't have any arguments here, right? So we can leave it. Let's see what it prints. Yeah, you kind of see it two times. For the time being, yeah, let it be. So this print message printed this two thing, and this call printed this two thing. So the other way is print message dot apply. Say instead of this, I'll pass window. So we could see here same message printed three times, because we call this function 3 times using these 3 statements. So there is something called arguments, which is inserted by JavaScript engine for all the methods, all the functions. Let's print. But currently it's empty because we are not passing any arguments other than this pointer. Suppose this function is not taking anything, okay, but still we can go ahead and pass something. Let's say so I'm passing 2 arguments here. Let's see what happens. So whatever argument we passed, we got it as array in the arguments variable inside print message. Okay, so whenever you pass argument list, the JavaScript engine uses that and constructs an array and puts into a variable called arguments, and that will be available inside all the functions in JavaScript. We can use that to access. But in terms of print message dot call, how do you pass the argument? It's nothing but same way. You can say 10 and 20. That's it. So it's going to see 10 and 20 will be there. But what is the difference between call and apply? The only difference is in call we can pass it as a comma separated arguments, but in apply we have to pass it as an array. That is the only difference. So we can call the print message in different way. That's the basics of functions in JavaScript. We'll talk about functions in next video.